When I moved to Brackenridge, everyone told me the old train station was just a skeleton from the town's past. No tracks, no trains, just rust and shadows. But the first night I walked past it, I heard a faint whistle echoing through the fog, clearer than any memory and far too real to be my imagination. I paused, heart pounding, thinking maybe my mind was playing tricks on me. Still, something in that sound, low and mournful, made me feel like I was being warned, not beckoned. Curiosity overwhelmed caution the next night. Midnight crept in as I slipped through a gap in the chain-link fence, flashlight trembling in my grip. The station's waiting room was blanketed in dust, benches rotting to splinters, timetables yellowed with age. As I stood there, the whistle sounded again, closer this time, and I swear the air chilled around me. My flashlight flickered, and I caught a glimpse of movement, shadows gliding along the far wall, figures where no one should have been. I tried to convince myself it was a trick of the light, but then I saw them, passengers, or what was left of them, standing in line with hollow eyes and faces smeared with soot. They didn't notice me at first, fixated on the tracks beyond the platform that shouldn't have led anywhere. Then, as the whistle shrieked, they turned in perfect unison, empty gazes fastening on me. My breath caught as I realized their mouths were sewn shut, skin stretched taut, and yet the air vibrated with their silent screams. When the spectral train tore through the station, its headlights impossibly bright, I was rooted to the spot. The passengers surged toward me, arms outstretched, desperate for a ticket out of whatever hell they were trapped in. I ran, the cold clutch of unseen hands scraping my back. Now, every midnight, the whistle returns, and so do the shadows, waiting for me to step inside the station once more. I know now that Brackenridge's station was never truly abandoned. It's just waiting for new passengers, like me.